fondest memory of DP?
DP who?
Dustin Poirier. Now he's just retired.
Dustin, I apologize.
What do you think we're talking about here, Tito?
I'm not even going to answer that one.
This is the Schmo with the pro, with the former UFC light heavyweight champion, with the UFC Hall of Famer, with the former politician, with the restaurateur, the OG of twisted sex appeal, American Steel, Tito Ortiz, in the flesh, Las Vegas, Nevada. How we doing?
Getting ready to play some poker this coming Friday. Celebrity poker event. It's going to be amazing. I know Kobe Covington's here. He got made to the final table last year, so we made a little standoff here.
How are you going to take down chaos in this poker tour?
God, we're going to get aces, baby. Hit those aces. I don't know. We'll see what type of hands we get. I haven't got a royal flush yet, so maybe that'll be a winning hand for me.
What would you do with your winnings in this celebrity poker tour, Tito?
I don't know. Maybe invest it into XRP. I don't know. That or buy singlets for my wrestling team that I'm a coach at Ida Baker High School. I don't know. Do something with it. Do something fun with it.
Maybe some upgrades, too, to Tito's Cantina for those UFC pay-per-views?
Well, yeah, we do really well. The Cantina, I built it hands all myself, me and my partner. We put in the work, and it's beautiful. I'm very thankful for the community in Cape Coral to actually be at all the events. And it's a home run. The Mexican food there is Southern California Mexican food. In Florida, they have Florida Mex, or they call it Tex-Mex, but I'm really happy how the restaurant has turned out for sure.
That's quite the stir right there. You had north of 4 decades over in California. You make the move to Florida. You get into the restaurant business. Life is good for you. You're looking svelte. You're looking like you're in great shape.
Yeah, I think wrestling keeps me in shape. Wrestling with the kids. We just got done with our spring, summer season, and now it's just have July off. Start again in August. Restaurant is a hobby for me right now. And I did it because I was bored. I had nothing else to do. I could fish every weekend, but that becomes boring also. But I want to be around the fans. I'll be around the fans, and all the fans come there. They love the food. They love the atmosphere. They love the service. And it's how I want to be served at a restaurant. That's how I serve everybody, all the patrons who do come in.
Well, you're making your rounds. A couple of weeks ago, you're over at BKFC, Conor McGregor. The other weekend, you're doing an event with Mike Tyson. Yes. I mean, you're making your rounds with everybody.
Well, it's just through my career, you meet a lot of great people, and now we're just trying to make America healthy again. I'm working a lot with biohacking, stuff that I've been doing since the beginning of my career, as far as like ice plunges, hyperbaric chamber, out-tooth simulation machine, red light therapy, all the stuff that I've been doing through my career to give me a longevity of having of 25 years.
What'd you talk to Mike Tyson about? We haven't talked to him since that boxing match with Jake Paul.
I was gonna say something to him, but I really didn't want to rub him bad. It was nice to see Uncle Mike. I haven't seen him in a while. He was doing really good, and I was very thankful for him to come out. He raised money for some of the students that are actually going to be doctors. To kind of be on the side of keeping America healthy. Helping out America instead of putting them on pills and doing the things that some of the doctors getting paid to do. But Tyson was there. He was able to donate, I think, 2 pairs of gloves, and I think they made like almost 20 grand for each pair of gloves. And I went to the kids for their future of being in college. So it was good for a good cause. I'm really, really fortunate to be a part of it. Garrett, who does it, the event in Arizona, they're going to continue to do it at their chapters in in colleges also, just to spread the awareness. And I think it's time for that to happen for this country.
Definitely good cause. Definitely what we need in this country. Mike Tyson, though, you think he's done with fighting, though, after this Jake Paul fight? Is that the sense you got?
Yeah, I think so. But you never know what money can bring people out of retirement. You never know. When you're making big dollars like that and it becomes fun, and it was entertainment. It was entertaining to watch. I was kind of bummed. I wanted Tyson to knock out Jake Paul, and I saw him pull some punches. And I'm not saying that it was fixed, but I questioned a lot of it. I just thought Tyson had a lot more. I knew he was working with Rafael Cordera. I talked to Rafael Cordera, and Rafael was like, man, he's hitting like a monster. And I was watching him hit pads. I was like, I would hate to be behind one of those punches. But like I say, it's all the kudos to him, man. If he needs to make money doing that, that's fine. He put on a show. I was entertained. And all my fans are at Tito's Cantina. All the patrons that came in, they were all entertained. They loved it, so it was good.
Well, hypothetically speaking, if you were to step in the boxing ring with Jake Paul, what would happen?
Give me 6 months, 6 to 8 months to get in really good shape. I made a mistake the last time I boxed against Anderson Silva. I took a fight on a month notice. I cut 42 pounds in a month. And I shouldn't have did that. He tried to get me down to 195. And people can understand, I haven't weighed 195 since I've been senior in high school. It was hard. I got down to 199.1. I almost killed myself. I was peeing blood. It was the worst cut I ever did in my life, and I did it with training of 1 month. I mean, I took the whole year off of 2020, half the year off of 2021. August, they gave me a call, and I was fighting September 11th, 2021, and I took a fight because financially I needed it, and I was very thankful for Triller to give me that opportunity. The fight didn't go my way, but I had the balls enough to step up and say, I'll fight Anderson. I'm down.
Step inside the boxing ring. Obviously, we know all the accolades in the mixed martial arts realm. But now, Zuffa Boxing. Dana White's getting into the boxing game. Canelo Alvarez, Terrence Bud Crawford. That's happening in Allegiant Stadium. Maybe Tito makes his return with Zuffa Boxing.
No, I'm not going to do any boxing at all. If I made a return, it'd be at the White House. That'd be something that'd be awesome. I heard Andrew Tate wants to get an MMA. So Andrew Tate versus Tito Ortiz at the White House. Ooh, that'd be a good one. It's like full circle that comes back around because Zuffa, their first pay-per-view actually was at the Trump Taj Mahal, and it was me defending my world title against Evan Tanner, UFC 30. So I don't know. That's just something just throwing out there. But I'm just excited to see what Zuffa's been doing and what Dana, all the hard work's been paying off. Time is all behind us. I don't look in the rearview mirror, the stuff I did before. Now it's just about the future, looking through the windshield to make sure I just take care of my family of doing the right thing. And, hopefully one time me and Dana shake hands and just smash everything that was behind us. That was before. That was a different Tito Ortiz. I was learning. I was a young kid learning things. And age-wise, I was a little older, but still, I was a young kid in the game. Didn't know many things. I didn't trust a lot of people, and that was my fault. It was my bad. And it's behind me now, as I said.
Blonde hair don't care. We know those days. Yep. But Andrew Tate, why him? And would this be at light heavyweight?
If you want a light heavyweight, light heavyweight, whatever way he would like. I don't know. The reason I just say that because I watch him. I like him. I really do like Andrew Tate. I watch the things. But if you want to get an MMA, I think that'd be fun. That'd be interesting. I'd love to fight at the White House. I'd love to get one more match in the UFC. That'd be nice. I think the fans would love it. It'd give me motivation. It'd give me something to actually get in the gym and start training. And the reason I say this before, because prior to this, I actually got stem cells a year ago from CPI, Cellular Performance Institute, and my neck is 100%. Like, I have zero pain. Like, literally, I have no pain at all. No pain in my back, like nothing. The stem cells is a different generation. The innovation that they've done through that company is just amazing. Scotty and Lola, they have made a company that is going to change fighters' lives completely because it changed my life. They saved me, and I'm very fortunate. I could sleep in my stomach at night. I never could do that for 15 years. I couldn't sleep on my right side. I couldn't sleep on my back. I could only sleep on my left side. And just going through that pain of having a toothache all the time in your neck or your mid-back all the time, it's draining. But now that I don't, and actually I can wrestle with the kids because I'm the head coach at Ida Baker High School, as I said before, it's fun. It's nice to be pain-free. And very, very thankful for CPI. You guys did an amazing job. The whole crew there, all the staff. It's just very, very welcoming there. And they want to heal people, and I'm thankful for it.
The neck movement looking strong, but on the note of the White House that we just mentioned, Johnny Bones Jones retired. You spoke to him, Dirty Boxing Championship, part of his organization right there. If he returns, Tom Aspinall or somebody else, heavyweight title on the line, you think that happens?
I do. I think it does happen. That money it's going to come in. And people got to understand, all those fighters, when we get in the beginning, when we think we want to rule the world, to be in the champions of the world, at the end of the day, we want to make sure we take care of our family financially. And all the champions now, they're able to do that through Zuffa and UFC and the new company that just bought Zuffa. It's been, 10 years now about that? They're just taking care of the fighters now, and it's nice to see that. It's nice to see come full circle that the company's making so much money now that they're able to take care of the fighters. Johnny Bones Jones able to come back. I don't think he has a problem with Aspinall. I really don't. I think John Jones walks through him in 3 rounds.
In 3 rounds?
Yeah, I think so.
Finish him.
It would be a referee stoppage. And I've talked to Aspinall. I think he's an amazing fighter, amazing champion. But a lot of fighters who fight Jon Jones, they don't realize how long he is and how fast he is, the angles he punches at, the speed he has, the strength he has. I mean, this guy's deadlifting 600 pounds. It's like he's a monster. If his head's right and he's motivated, he's untouchable.
The beef is squashed with you and Chael P. Sonnen?
Not until he apologized to me. I'll leave it there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fondest memory of DP?
DP who?
Dustin Poirier. Now he's just retired.
Dustin, I apologize.
What do you think we're talking about here, Tito?
I'm not even going to answer that one. Dustin Poirier, the fondest moment, him stopping Conor McGregor. That was probably one of the best moments that I was able to watch. And I like Conor. I have nothing against Conor. I love Conor. But for him to say the things he said about about Poirier's wife, and that's one of the things I always stuck away from when it came to talking trash. Don't talk about a person's family. Don't talk about a person's country, and don't lie. For him saying those things, and when he did stop him, I was like, okay, that was good. I think that's one of the highlights of his career, and it put him on the map. And I remember in the beginning when he first started in UFC, and just to see how far he's came in such a quick amount of time, but he's been there for a long time also. But it's just, I'm proud of him, man. I'm very proud of him to walk away the way he did. I thought it was a closer fight. But I remember watching it in my restaurant, and I was like, what weight is this at? I wasn't sure if it was at 45 or it was at 55. I come to find out it was at 55, and I was like, oh, Holloway's going to have an advantage because he's a bigger guy. He's a little more powerful. When it was at 45, it was a lot harder to make that weight, and he was sucking down so low. So people don't understand, when you cut that much weight, there's not that much fluid in your brain, and when you get hit, it's the brain hitting your skull, and that's how the concussions happen. That's how people get knocked out quicker. So when you cut the weight and you go down lower, you have no fluid in your brain, and so it makes it harder. So him being at 55, he's a monster. Holloway was a monster at 55, man, and I wish the best to him. He's the baddest mother on the planet right now. It's awesome for him.
Yeah, he's certainly holding that belt in stride. But does Dustin Poirier stay retired? We know something about fighters retiring and coming out of retirement. We're looking at one, Amanda Nunes, Jon Jones, White House. Does DP stay retired?
For a little bit. I think he wants to focus on his family. At the time that I retired from the UFC, I had to focus on my two boys. And then when I got full custody and my wife Amber came into my life, that's when I wanted to come back, because my life was happy. Everything was perfect. Everything was where I wanted to be. I had someone to support me and have my back, and I had not a second question of what was going on in my home. My kids were taken care of. I was happy. And when you're happy and you're confident and you're motivated, that's when you love to fight. When you have to fight because you have to, that's when it becomes not fun. And I'm not sure if Poirier's not doing it because he doesn't have fun, or he's just doing it because he's like, maybe this is the end for me. I mean, I competed until I was 47. I loved it. I thought it was awesome. When Anderson Silva knocked me out, I was like, okay, I'm having neck problems. I have pain all the time. I've never been knocked out unconscious ever in my whole career of 25 years. And when that happened, it scared me, because when I watched it, I was like, that wasn't a good one. I'm thankful I have a big head. So for all you viewers, yes, I do have a really big head. I'm really happy that I have a big head. It was really hard for a lot of guys to hit besides, Chuck, Vanderlei, Anderson. But it's part of the game, and that's what people don't understand. If you're willing to risk your life, go out there and compete and put on a show for the fans, that's what it's about.
Risk it for the biscuit. That's what it's all about.
Yes, for sure.
Can we get a final message for all the Tito Ortiz fans out there worldwide?
I'm very thankful for each and every one of you guys. Over a 25-year career that I had in mixed martial arts, and finished my career in boxing. I wish I went on a little longer in it, but, everything happens for a reason. I'm just fortunate right now that I'm able to take care of my kids. And I'm just thankful for everybody that comes into the restaurant. I have people coming from Jersey, Philadelphia, New York, Kentucky, everywhere around the world. They come to my restaurant just to see me. I'm very thankful for each and every one of you. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. I've always wanted to put on a show when I competed. And now being a restaurant owner, being a head wrestling coach, I'm helping the next generation of kids in the wrestling room, which is great. And, I plan on doing about 9 more Tito's Cantina. I want to franchise it out. I believe in doing business and just investing in my future. And my number one investment is my children. My son Jacob's at Arizona State University. My twin boys, Jesse and Junior, at home with me. My wife's at home with my boys right now. I'm just thankful for my fans. It always kept me going, even when I had injuries. It kept me just motivated to put on a show. And I'm thankful for the UFC to give me that opportunity.
He's making men great again. He's the pro, the UFC Hall of Famer, Tito Ortiz. I'm the Schmo, Las Vegas, Nevada. We're out.